Hello, Pin Daddy. Hello, Mr. Loaf. Mr. Loaf is on time. Yay, we love school. Hi, Crafty Vampire. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Drugger. Dig71, how's it going? Mr. Dewisp. Oh. We will be starting very shortly. Hello, Turin, the Eternal Grammy. Welcome. 808, how's it going?
That's pretty funny. Every time I see it, it's funny.
It's so funny. Yay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 57 of PinTech Live. This is the Simpsons Pinball School. Kyle's like, I hate school. But we love school. It's pinball school. It's awesome, right? We're so excited to be here. Even our teacher, Kyle, is excited to be here today.
That's right.
Looking good. Hi, Kyle, in Cartman voice. No, it has to be in a Simpsons character voice. Well, Kyle, today we are basically finishing up The Simpsons, right? You got it into a place to let us start playing this game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could. It's almost there. I forgot a couple brackets, so we could put some more decorative plastics on, but that's not a big deal. And it is also missing the flasher domes. Yeah, we have. I'm going to take those flasher domes and scan in the artwork on the plastics for the decals, and then it'll go back together all the way. But we can play it now.
Yay! I know several people at the office that will be very excited for that. But so if you guys missed last week we did a special episode with Jody from Ramp-O-Matic. We got to learn all about plastic ramps and the ones that he makes for mostly those rare, obscure games that we love so much. And perhaps one day we will bring The Simpsons back and Jody back to do some ramp fittings for this game.
Yeah, that would be fun. This ramp needs to be replaced. It's broken. Eventually, we'll have a new one.
Did you guys in the chat, did y'all get to see the Ramp-O-Matic episode last week? If so, let us know what you thought about it. And also, in the meantime, let us know what you think, how our audio sounds. I didn't ask that yet, so check. 1, 2.
I do think that this camera is still laggy, the one that's on me right now.
It looks laggy.
Yeah, I'm like waving, and it takes a second to show up. So, yeah, latency. Okay, here we can. Hey, Steve, would you mind turning that camera, or is that too hard to get to? I'll just change. Aha! We've got a mobile workstation here. We can turn the desk.
Yeah, let's, yeah, there you go. We got a nice little pan over on Kyle. Let's do a slow zoom on his face. Just slowly zoom all the way up into Kyle's nostrils with our technology. He's hiding.
Oh,
Major's like, this camera is broken. I can't zoom. What's going on?
It's the little toggle left and right, but... Ugh. That rag smells something awful. Get the bag. Don't zoom in on me. Give up. Oh.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So just a few things. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Our free domestic shipping for orders over $99 code. It's right there. PT-Duffman.
Duffman.
Under the Duff. And $10 off international shipping for orders over $99. Use that same code. Just use the international checkout page to do it. So that's 24 hours. You got until tomorrow, this time, to get your parts in for a little bit of discount. So,
a little bit of discount.
Just a little bit. Every little bit helps, you know.
It really does. Well, 24 whole hours, so until 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool, so man. Before we get into Simpsons, Kyle, do you want to get your favorite segment over with? Product Spotlight. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
You see what the product is? Okay. Oh, is it in your hand?
No. It's not, I swear.
All right, let's go. Marco, any coupons? Yes. If you look at our lower right hand of the screen, you can see our scrolling ticker. The coupon is $10 off for orders over $99 for international and free domestic shipping for orders over $99. Thank you, Mitch, for putting that in the chat.
Who came up with that one?
All right, let's go to the product spotlight now.
Oh. Wow, look at that.
It's so pretty.
How did you make that awful picture that I took look that nice?
Photoshop.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that layout fail. Oh, hey, we can do it here. That's fine. Then I don't have to stand up and I can continue being lazy.
All right, what do we got here, Kyle? What is this thing? The Lifesaver Tool.
An extendable beating stick. I'm going to make it so long you can't even see what it is. We've got a staple. This needs to be a staple in everyone's toolbox. Or anywhere, really. This can come in handy in so many situations. You ever dropped anything between your car seat and the side of the car? Is it magnetic? Maybe you need a really long tool. Have you ever dropped anything in a pinball machine that happens to be magnetic and you can't get it with your fingers? The magic wand of magnets. What is this called on our website? Does it have a clever name?
Let's see. Telescopic magnetic pickup tool.
I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't have a more creative name, but I know who to talk to come up with something more creative. It's super simple. There's a rather strong magnet on the end of a telescoping 2-foot long handle. Super handy. Everyone here has dropped something, and it is a pain in the butt to find or get or reach. These things are lifesavers. I particularly like this one that we have because of the many ways you can shape the magnet. So you could get it in at 45-degree angles, totally straight. They're handy. And this thing is not very expensive, so you should buy 2. Everyone needs one. They come in a lot of different shapes. This is another one that I carry in my toolbox, but this thing is gigantic. This one is big because it has a light in it, but it's huge and it's really hard to get anywhere. Having one that is a lot skinnier like this, like if you're an electromechanical guy, you could get this underneath your bottom board really easy. So everyone's dropped a screw and it's gone underneath the motor panel on their EM. But here you go. You've got something to fish it out with now. Are you really lazy and you're sitting like approximately 2 feet away from your table and you really, really need to pick up a post? Well, there you go. Infinite possibilities, as long as they're within 24 inches of the back of this tool. So, yeah, fun little tool. Get one.
Yay, that was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Great. I think that
I love your enthusiasm.
I think that if I was born into a different time, I would have made a great TV show pitch guy, you know, or like the infomercial guys.
Definitely.
Who's the guy? Billy Mays. Rest in peace, Billy Mays. But, you know, that guy, he inspires me, I guess.
You'd be a good Billy Mays.
I'm gonna forewarn everyone, it is extraordinarily hot in our studio.
You look sweaty.
I'm very sweaty.
Yeah, like a little...
Someone turned the thermostat way up, and the thermostat has been on for approximately 1.5 hours now, and it is still really hot in here. This is a sweaty episode.
And we can't turn on fans if we had them because it will mess up the audio. So we can get you ice packs to put like on your neck or on top of your head. It
is extraordinarily hot in South Carolina right now. It is hellish. Hey, DeWis, subscribe to us. Thank you.
Oh,
wow,
thank you for the resubscribe, DeWis.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Mike McHugh, hello, welcome.
It's currently been about 95 degrees for like the whole week. For you European friends, that's like 35. We're getting close to 40. So it's that time of year again.
Hez Johnson, that's a terrible suggestion. He says, turn off the games to lower the temperature, but I want them all flashing and beautiful in the background.
Turn them off. No, it'll look weird.
Although some of them are.
I think I need to let the powers that be know that the air conditioning is struggling. We'll get it fixed eventually.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome from Foley Beach, Florida. Make sure you type in PT-Duffman for the code and make sure it's in all caps. That's a very specific and very important thing to remember when typing in our product codes. And then lastly, make sure you have items in your cart that total to over $99. If you still have a problem, come back in the chat and ask us and we'll take a look.
I think Sarah's got a problem because you should not be at the beach watching this, especially on a day like today. Jeez.
Oh, it's raining in Croatia. Sorry, Daniel.
I heard, okay, Daniel, really quick, European weather update. All my friends in Germany were saying last week was insane. Lots of storms, cold, lots of rain. Oh, wow. Has that like gone south down to Croatia, or has it been pretty normal there? I know that there was like a high wind warning up in the Alps. Oh,
wow.
Nasty.
Crazy.
Anywho.
Mike's from Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's awesome. Hello.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. I'm very excited to visit the Northeast sometime. I'd like to actually go to Massachusetts so I can say Massachusetts a few times more in one sentence.
It's a hard word.
It really is. So, Simpsons. I think what we want to do is we just want to try to stress test this a little bit and find a few things. I have some notes here, along with this $10,000. Can you put this little camera on?
Oh, yep. Ooh, just getting it.
Look at this thing.
Oh, wow. What is that?
It's the little binder thing they wrap up $10,000 in from banks, and I have no idea where it came from. It was just sitting in here, so... I guess that's like maybe PinTech episode next week.
Why does it have to be empty? No.
Find the 10 grand. Anyways, I actually wrote some notes. Here, everyone observe my terrible handwriting. Can anyone read this? This is English.
Pop bumpers are lazy.
Yep.
Playtest.
Yep.
Replace post. Wireform under flasher domes in game.
Almost.
Wireform and flasher domes.
What about the longest of all these sentences? Is that legible?
Replace post for popper mounting.
Wow, great. You read it. You can actually, everyone says my handwriting is illegible, but we just proved that it's fine. Let's keep the small camera on actually. Find missing 10K. Yeah, seriously. It'll pop up somewhere, I'm sure. It's like, what was it from, oh gosh, what's that show called?
Come on.
Oh my God, there's always money in the banana stand. Arrested Development. Yeah, there's always money in the pinball machine somewhere. Okay, so basically it is did. We had that broken T-nut down under here, and I have replaced said post, and now we have this wire form. Nice and dandy. While this was disconnected last weekend, I did throw the ball in here over and over again and amused myself greatly by throwing the ball in, letting it pop, and then catching it as it was in midair. I found that very amusing. Otherwise, yeah, the game's back together. I was saying we're missing a couple brackets. Here, there's a few plastics that sit up vertical. I forgot to grab the brackets from the office on my way here, but I'm thinking that we will reinstall these sorts of things. There's another one that goes back here. We'll reinstall those when we remove the old ramp and install the new one, whenever that may be. I think maybe at that time also it would be a good idea to get these guys powder coated or something like that because they are getting pretty rough. Get them fixed back up, and then this will be a very nice Simpsons. There's something very odd I notice in this game, and it's a common thing in the older System 11 Data East era games where the flash lamps will lock on. And when the flash lamps lock on, they're very hot. They're meant to pulse and give you bright, flash for just a moment. And you do end up getting a lot of burnt inserts on this game. I've seen many burnt Lisas and Barts for whatever reason. So this one's actually in really nice shape. There's not a lot of wear on this playfield, so it makes me very happy. I honestly want to bring this game to the office because I think we'll play it more than anything else in there. But you know. So yeah, I should plug it in. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it wants to be bright and shiny.
Things work better when they have electricity hooked up to them.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Some things actually don't work when you plug electricity in.
Oh, so Kyle, 808 repaired his broken wire form with the JB Weld. 5020.
Excellent. Yeah, the broken wire forms, as long as they don't take a lot of strength, JB Weld can be kind of brittle and it can shatter, but hey, if you fixed it, that's great. At least you can play the game again. Where's the money Uncle Billy? Where is it?
Hello, Mr. Baxter.
Where is... Wait, okay, who's Uncle Billy and why does he have money? Hey, Colin.
Uncle Billy always has money.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess let's turn this thing on.
My caffeine crafty vampire. Always.
I want to see the pop bumpers lazy. Let's find these pop bumpers being lame, and then we will try to.
How can you tell if a pop bumper is lazy? Like, what do you mean by that?
You'll see. When you hit when the ball hits it and it really doesn't do too much, or we don't get good action. Pop bumpers are the greatest parts of the pinball game, and they create a lot of wonderful action. And if they're lazy, it just makes the game a little less exciting, you know?
Oh, I was about to say, where are the pop bumpers? But it's the nuclear plant.
Yeah, all
They
your
just have
cooling
fun caps
towers.
on them.
One's like, I got to get the playfield to seat down. If you ever have a game that you can't get the playfield.
The JB Weld already broke. Yeah.
Oh no.
Whoopsies. You'll get them next time.
Throw the small camera on again, would you, really quick?
Yep.
If you've ever had a playfield that you can't get into your the receptacles here for the hanger very easy. I was struggling with it a little bit, but that's just because the old Data East games have these awful hinges. Anywho, make sure that the cabinet's square. You might have a leg. The game might be tripoding, and that'll force the entire cabinet to kind of warp, which will keep this out of alignment. So if you do have a game that you struggle with a lot, make sure that it's level. Now we can go back to the other camera. I'm going to turn the volume down on this thing. Okay, we'd probably get DMCA'd if we had the Simpsons song come on. So.
Pez, yes, the 24-hour code is on Eastern time, so 3 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern Friday. So starting from right now, 17 minutes ago or something. Oh, wow, 24 minutes ago. Until tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Eastern.
EST. East. Okay.
Crafty Vampire said, I replaced a coil bracket that the previous owner had weld repaired. Easier to replace the bracket. Sometimes, it's definitely always easier to replace the bracket. Right? Sometimes you have to do some last minute quick repairs. I just saw someone, maybe I won't say his name, on the stream before his arcade had to use zip ties to hold the
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Dude, someone who can come up with like a good way to solve
just until he gets the coil stuff.
No, if it works, it works, right? It's not a bad solution if it works. I've done the same thing. There's these little pieces that Williams would use to raise drop targets. So it's like it's like a finger-shaped thing, right? And it goes underneath the drop target and it lifts them up. I had one break, and I've replaced them with keys. You can just take like a pinball key, shave down the sides, and then use that in place, and it works great.
Don't forget to take it out and fix it before you sell it to someone, or it's a fun mystery for them later.
Because I can tell you what, I think that fix that I did, it's still working in that person's game.
Thank you for the resubscribe, Wildman. Much appreciated.
Hey, thanks. Okay, let's look at this game for just a second. There's a few other things we're going to do. I want to definitely make sure all the lamps are working, but let's do a little flipping around before we do like the really boring stuff. The most important part to me of any pinball game is the first plunge. Your first interaction with the game is touching the plunger, and it feels nice. Powerful, no thud. Those don't look like lazy pop bumpers, but I swear they were kind of lazy when I first started.
Right, but how can you tell? What makes them lazy?
When they don't work right.
So wouldn't they just be broken pop bumpers?
No, but they can be adjusted to be better, right? You'll hit the pop bumper with your you'll hit them with your ball, and the ball will very clearly make connection with the pop bumper, and it just won't do anything, right? It has to hit it in a certain spot or with enough speed. We could sit here with our finger and test, but a finger test is going to give us like positive results. It'll teach us something, but it might not. It's not the same simulation as having a ball hit it. What you'll find a lot, you'll get worn out bits on the spoon where the stem of the pop bumper meets up, right? If this was the spoon and this was the stem of the skirt, when it gets hit in one direction, they can make grooves, and that'll make them lazy in all other directions but one. In this game, you could see, right, I mean, most of the contact with the pop bumpers, most commonly, will probably come from the top. And you will find that they might become lazy in other directions, but let's just see. Well, that problem obviously seemed to have fixed itself. I was very convinced we'd get to talk about pops for a little today, but... there we go.
Oh, look, it's stuck. We got a stucky. You lazy pop bumper, you.
That... Okay. Well, so...
There it goes.
That is going to happen all the time.
How do you prevent that stucky ball? Can you put something there?
Yes. Might be able to put a, something like this would involve doing irreversible modification to the playfield, but putting like a post right here. Let's use the camera really quick. Here, let me slam tilt and get out of this game so it doesn't ball search all the time. Okay.
Drywall screw, says Mr. Moore.
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, you know what, too? I've got some right here.
I don't want to put new screws in my playfield, though. That freaks me out.
Yeah, no, we're going to drive this drywall screw right through here. And no, we're not doing that. You see that all the time, though.
I hear Midge laughing in the background, and I'm over here like...
So this is bad, but this is also just, this is kind of poor design. But we might be able to get this pop bumper a little bit, I don't know though. See, right, we've got a shelf right here. And we've got, this is an indent. So the ball can very clearly rest itself in that position. Out, yeah. We could try making the pop bumpers extraordinarily sensitive. So if the ball comes here and just edges onto this feels stiff. That's another thing that might be causing it to be kind of lazy. Maybe we should look at them. They do need to be a bit stiff, but this feels like it takes a lot of pressure to get it to move. But there is kind of a shelf right here for the ball. The way you would fix that, if this would be my first inclination, but we want to mess with it a little bit before we do anything irreversible really, is to drive another post right here. So the ball could never enter this one little spot and not get it stuck.
What else can we do that doesn't require modifying the playfield like that?
You live with it and wait for the ball save to kick it out. But we do want to take a look at the pop bumpers. Let's just look at the spoons.
Hello,
maybe
Rhett.
we will find that they are.
A deck screw sounds huge.
No. Yeah, you don't put real pinball hardware in there, right? We're not gonna put any sort of...
I think everyone's joshing with me.
They are. But I'm also such a spaz that I have to remind people not to do that. Let's see.
Can I get like a thicker rubber that...
Not really. No,
more?
That wouldn't do anything. There's just too much space in between.
Oh, see, Scribble asked if the rubber was correct, too. That's not what I asked. That's a better way of phrasing it.
I would want to double check, but there's really no other way to put that rubber. We could try stacking them. That is true. I don't know, but that's not going to give it enough. That will just change the point as to where the ball will sit. Let me get this broken post, and we can use it as a pointer.
Teaspoon and tablespoon. Which one's the capital T?
Put the small camera on again.
Can you turn on the ring light a little bit?
Yeah.
Just give it a little bit of something.
So we've got a bit of a dilemma, right? Very easy for a ball to get stuck in this position, right? To orient yourself, right? This is down, right, towards Millhouse. We've got where the flippers are. So the ball, gravity is wanting to put it here. If we put a thicker rubber on it, the ball would sit away from that groove, or into that pocket a little bit, but it would just stick it away a little bit. So what we want to try to do...
It's not autofocus. There we go.
And I think the thing is the ball can like kind of lazily bounce its way into this position where even if we made this pop bumper really sensitive. What? Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, just make it like this. And then it'll fall out.
No, we'll figure something out. That's actually a good challenge. Let's make sure, let's observe the pop bumper switch really quick, make sure that we've got it adjusted well, and maybe that'll mitigate the problem. On location, this wouldn't fly. In someone's home, maybe. You can wait for a ball save. If this was my game, the best solution really might be to drill a mini post into here. But again, doing those irreversible modifications are not what you want to jump to. Let's see.
Yeah, sounds scary. Yeah, everyone's like, maybe is the pop bumper tight? Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we're going to start with, right? We want to start with the things that are easy to mess with and also reversible. Where'd the ball go?
Reversible is good.
All right. So we're going to want to do this work with the power off. When you're inside, underneath the playfield like this, it's really easy, especially with pop bumpers, it's really easy to accidentally short solenoid voltage to the switch matrix, which makes things go boom. So we want to avoid that. Just taking a look-see here.
Do you ever have a few people, Jim and Jeff, are in the chat talking about how the lamps attached to the solenoid circuit melts playfield inserts?
Yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the show, where it's really very often to find flash lamps locked on these Simpsons and melt Bart's face, which is sad. This one doesn't have that done to it. To solve that, you want to obviously make sure you've got the correct fuse. In theory, having the game fused the correct way, if one of those things locks on, it will pop the fuse. If you're super anal and you've got like the world's nicest Data East Simpsons, you could individually fuse each flash lamp if you've got like all the time in the world. Then again, it's being super anal, and that would be like the ultimate solution. But I guess I should check the fuses in this game because I didn't do any of the work on the electronics. Someone else did. And you can never trust someone else. You can always trust yourself, but you can never trust someone. That might be getting a little too philosophical. I bet Steve could come to an argument for or against that. All right, I'm dropping everything left, right. Let's see what we've got here. Let's examine some of these components. This might not be the actual fix, but hey, I need my magnetic Ricci tool because I can't be bothered to try to pinch things with my hands.
The tool comes in handy.
Wow, look at that. Saved me many swear words.
Look, you can use that and... Oh, you already did it.
Very quickly.
I was like, then you won't have to block the camera angle.
I'm blocking everything. This is a really awkward angle.
Why can't you be see-through?
Why can't I be like a foot shorter? It would help me work on this thing.
I like... Oh no, our auto mod's going crazy right now.
Why? I love seeing what the auto mod decides to like ban. It's so.
It stopped Super Anal Kyle 2021. That's your political campaign speech. And then the Eternal Grammy said, the most erotic character in the Marvel Universe.
What, Super Anal Kyle? Why am I in the Marvel Universe?
And
what's better, Marvel?
Oh, I'm literally a simp, son. Like a simp? I learned about that earlier today.
Yep. We were trying to explain to Emoto what a simp was. We don't need to get into that. This is supposed to be family friendly. Hey, if I'm not allowed to say the SHIT word, then we can stop talking about simps, okay?
Yeah.
Jeez. So, okay, look at this. Someone has mangled this switch.
Invisible's a great superpower, Kevin Moore.
Yeah, this thing's all like super cattywampus.
Oh yeah,
This is the dangers of giving someone a switch adjusting tool without really understanding what the switch adjusting tool should be doing. So let's try to correct this switch before we put the whole thing back together. Maybe that is what's causing us to have these lazy pop bumpers because someone mangled all of them.
Scheiße. Yeah, you can say it in German.
I could say crap. I could say Scheiße. What is it in Polish? It's like kura. I think that's like just the normal Polish swear word for everything, though.
Mixed squid. There's just so much slang out there. You gotta keep. What is that website that tells you what all the slang is called?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. You gotta keep Urban Dictionary open in a tab.
Oh, I gotta use it all the time. That's how I know I'm old and the internet has surpassed me a little bit.
Daniel said in Croatian it's strange. Did I say that right?
I won't be able to pronounce that, but I'm a giant nerd. Well, I actually think everyone here knows I'm a giant nerd, but I've been listening to a podcast about Eastern Roman history and learning how to pronounce things in Greek. That's one weird language, man.
Kyle's an old 27. Hello, Mr. Warlock. Thanks for joining us. Nolan, yeah, those are the Data East pop bumper brackets. Are those yellow pop bumper brackets standard on a lot of Data East games?
Yep.
And they're always yellow? Simpsons yellow?
Yeah, I think most of them are yellow. I mean, they come, I think I've seen them, they're blue also sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Whatever plastic.
Those colors.
Whatever plastic Uncle Gary could get for cheapest at the time.
Oh, it's plastic.
Yeah.
Do those ever break?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they crack in the corners. I've seen these threaded inserts fall out, but that's not really breaking. Oh, wow. You can repair that. I've seen them crack down here around the coil stop bits. The coil stops, there's a metal bracket behind here, and then there's another metal bracket. Actually, I can show you on top. You've got another metal bracket here. So when you tighten these guys down, theoretically the metal bits, even out the pressure like a big washer, but you can still break them. Anything plastic will break eventually.
If you broke one of those, would you replace it with that same part, or would you use a different holder?
No, you have to. Just the way that these things are shaped. The benefit to these guys is if I took the caps off right now,
dog has a hairball.
I could disconnect these 4 screws and drop the entire thing out instead of doing the whole crazy rigmarole like we have to do with Bally, Williams, pop bumpers we've done in the past, They're great, but they're expensive. So Bally, this is something Bally actually did in the early 80s. And that was something that Data East really tried to do, right? Remember when I showed you that advertisement for the solid state flipper, Emoto?
Yeah.
And they were bragging about how you never need to work on flippers anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So one thing Data East really tried to do was be better value for operators than a Williams game was. These games were a bit cheaper than Williams games. And and there were things done to try to make them less maintenance intensive, because that's been a complaint about pinball forever, right? So the less you need to go work on it and the more time people spend throwing quarters in it, the quicker you get your ROI. So they did take some things that ended up being really expensive for Bally back in the day, and reintroducing them, which was great, right? Anyways, Data East games are fascinating. So I've straightened this out a little bit. It's not as cattywampus. We're still going to need to do a bunch of adjusting to it, but I think what happened before is someone had really cranked the long end of the switch, right, which is the one that kind of tensions up against the pop bumper spoon like this. They just cranked it up. So that was putting a ton of unnecessary pressure up against the stem of the pop bumper skirt, which in turn made it a little bit more difficult for this thing to actually actuate, close the switch, and do the pop bumper. So, yeah. We're going to try to get this back in, and it might be a little better. I don't think it's going to solve our awful problem of the ball being super stuck, but see what we can get. I need a screw. Someone also poached the knocker from this game, and that makes me really mad when people take knockers out of it. They're so the best part of pinball.
I love pinball knockers.
Did you consciously have to add the word pinball in before you said knockers, or?
I love knockers. No, I didn't do it consciously. It just happened.
Well, there we go.
Why would someone take a knocker out?
Noisy. That's like my bow and arrow in the other room. It doesn't have any chimes in it. Someone ripped them all out because they were noisy.
But that's like almost the best part.
The sane people, yes.
Thanks, Pez. Pez is setting up all our political campaigns today.
Really?
For the future. Yeah. Yours is...
My friend at the coffee shop this morning told me I should run for mayor of Columbia.
Oh, wow. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
In like 20 years.
Now. The mayor's... How long has Mayor Benjamin been the mayor? Forever? Like, it's time. I could be the next step. Okay. I have to get...
Oh, no. McSquid, that's terrible.
What?
His ex-wife didn't like the knockers, so he had to disconnect them, or missing. Like she stole your knockers? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad
terrible.
you're using our product spotlight tool like a lot today. See how convenient it is? Whoa, that's not it. Oh, that's the switch. From here, it looked like you were trying to find another screw with the telescopic thing.
No. The bane of all tall people is working on pop bumpers because they're always in the back of the game, in the bottom. It hurt my back.
But you're on your knees. You're used to that. It's good.
Yep, that's right. That could go on my mayor or my political slogan. Kyle, used to being on his knees. Okay, so I've kind of got it like really roughly adjusted. Now I'm going to try to get my hand in here. And that's not good.
Oh, yeah, Daniel. Makes sense.
Honestly, sometimes it is a bit easier to close the gap without using a tool, just by using your fingers. And it's easier to kind of use the switch adjustee tool to very lightly back off. We're trying to get that tension just right. And the thing is there is a very thin line between adjusted right perfectly and it not being great, because if we have these pop bumper switches adjusted really, really, really tight, which they need to be, just vibration, right, of other pop bumpers going off could give you like ghost pop bumper hits, if that makes sense, right? And now I backed it off just a teeny bit too far.
I wonder if we can see.
You might be able to see if I could get Steve to hold the camera over my shoulder, but
or you could walk over green cam a little bit more so we get into that sliver.
No, it's better. If you want to pick this thing up, Steve, and I'm working right here, so bring it in like in front of my eyes, and bring it up so it's a little more. I'm holding the whole game up by holding a post.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, bring it down. So right now I'm touching the skirt, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see how long, right, how much travel the spoon makes before it hits the bottom switch,
cool.
right?
Yeah, we can actually see that. That's awesome.
So we want it to be these pop bumpers to fire at the lightest touch. But we can't have them kissing the entire time, or else you're going to get one pop bumper to go off and activate the other one.
Yeah, you gotta take breaks from the kissing.
We're good, thanks, Steve. But that's what you're looking for.
That was awesome. That's cool.
Right?
Yeah, being able to see that.
So keep what you're trying to do in these sorts of situations when you're adjusting the bumpers, if it's possible, you want to try to keep one finger on the skirt somewhere and press it ever so lightly in all directions, however many degrees of attack you can hit the skirt at with the ball, to try to make sure you've got an even adjustment all the way around. Now what I'm noticing actually is I don't have enough tension against the spoon. Are we making jokes about kissing and skirts and stuff?
Yeah, Mick Squid got auto-modded because he said upskirt.
Oh, good. You can tell Pinball was designed. These things were named by men. Okay, that's better. So I guess actually the better order of operations to do this crap in is first you want to make sure that the long blade is adjusted perfectly against the spoon. You want to be able to touch the skirt and have the spoon start moving immediately with the first bit of force, and that's what's going to get you a really active pop bumper. And I've kind of achieved that now, but now. Actually, that might be perfect. We'll see.
Billy Yeager asked business card thickness for an average.
Honestly, it's not even worth trying to figure out what the measurement is. I don't see a lot of worth in it's mostly you'll get it, right? You'll do this 10 times and you'll be like, oh yeah. But I guess that is probably the closest approximation to the gap you would need. It's easier to do that kind of gap with an end of stroke switch, right? You're like, yeah, 1/8 of an inch, and that's as far as you need to be. But with the pop bumpers, it's really, yeah. I won't keep talking. I'm just blabbling now. Let's see what we get. Oh, sorry. I need to move this camera back now. Want to do the upper camera, Emoto?
Yes.
Something on the roof. Oh, that was you walking.
Beautiful.
What the heck was that? Okay. I want to see if the lower pop bumper ends up being a little bit more active. We know we've done good, but
Ooh.
I like that. See, that's good action. I want to watch the ball get stuck again, right?
Yeah, I want to see the ball get stuck in the skirt again.
See, look at that. Okay, so that was actually, that's good.
Yeah, it's stronger, so the skirt pushes the ball away.
Well, the rod and ring does, but... So I'm going to try, I've got like a 1/4 inch between the rubber and the ball. I'm going to drop it. So that was it, actually. And that is why awesome. You don't just go start driving drywall screws into your pinball machine right away. But again, this isn't a forever solution, right? This is kind of poor design, because this will go out of adjustment at some point. And when this does go out of adjustment, you will need to go back in and fiddle with it. When you look at the way games are designed now, they really try hard to keep those sorts of things from happening. But at the same time, this game is smart enough to perform a ball search, and this ball wouldn't get stuck there forever. But we don't want to have to let the player wait for the ball search, right? It's frustrating. Anywho, really going to try to... we're good. Let's watch the rest of the game work now. I want to see the popper go. Looks like we've got all the switches for the ramps working. It's registering the entrance and the I've made the ramp switch, which is good.
Yeah, Nolan, I want a whodunit too.
Okay, that pop-up.
Reese was asking in the chat, anyone out there willing to donate or lend Marco TV/Kyle a whodunit to work on?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Seriously, if anyone wants to donate a game, we will restore it or get it doing something on camera, and you can come and get it back.
Yeah, just come bring it to the studio. Our studio's in a very hidden private area too, so we'd have to pick you up somewhere, blindfold you, and then bring you in the game to the studio so you can't see where it's at.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I had to give some of my blood and put it in like a weird wine glass before they'd let me come over here. That drop target, either I suck at pinball.
I think we have a meteor, right? Isn't there a meteor in there?
What do we have? A what? Yeah, I've got a meteor. I want Rhett to donate
Billy Yeager has a meteor that we could work on.
Right now, I've got my meteor at a bar, and people are shoving quarters in it, and they love it.
Nice. Which location did you put it at?
Art Bar in Columbia, South Carolina. Cool. They might start doing shows there again soon, so I might have to yank the pinball for a while, but we'll see.
Scribble said it seems like that left flipper can't hit the drop.
That's what I was trying to get it to do. I think it's mostly because I suck at pinball, so. One thing, here's something that's pissing me off. We've got ball hop right here. You see that? That might be due to these lane guides being worn out, just like they were on my Jungle Lord.
Yeah, we don't like ball hop.
We might be able to try lowering the flipper just a teeny bit and see if that helps. Actually,
it's wobbly.
It is a little wobbly. I know we checked the bushings, but we also want to make sure they're tight too. I'm going to lower the flipper just a teeny bit. It still hops. So we've got a damaged lane guide. I can feel how much it's kind of mushroomed over here too. So that's something that's probably easier to replace than repair. I should see if we have those things, and if not, I will try to reproduce those. If you do have problems with some really screwed up lane guides, Cliff of the Cliffy Pinball Protectors fame, he has a lot of redesigned ones that are really, really wonderful. I cannot hit that dang...
Eternal Grammy asked if that's an original flipper or the generic replacement. Wait, we did those, didn't we?
What was the question?
Flippers? Is that an original flipper on the game? Or no, we replaced those 2 episodes ago, right? With
yeah,
Kelly.
it's not a generic replacement. We actually put on the other camera, will you?
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Oop,
it's bright now. Yeah.
We've got the Data East logoed flippers in stock, so replace them with the correct flippers. The original ones were still good, but they're original. They're gonna crack. They're gonna break eventually. Lock the ball.
Billy Yeager also has a taxi.
That's a game I hate working on.
Oh, I was like, that would be so fun to have a taxi on our game. That's one of Crystal's favorite games.
I didn't say I wouldn't work on it. I just said I hate working on it. There's a little bit of a difference there.
Eternal Grammy was asking because they were curious whether the diameter at the fat end was bigger.
No, it's definitely because this thing is just really screwed up. Let me show an example. Let me slam tilt out again really quick. Where are my Jungle Lord parts? Probably in Jungle Lord. One sec. See if I can give an example of what's going on here. Oh no, I still have the originals in the game. Okay, let's just see if we can use the camera then. I got my replacements for Jungle Lord. I just need to work on making spacers to replace the ones that are kind of pressed in on the originals. All right, use the handheld cam, would you?
Okay.
You turn the ring light off. Maybe, yeah, work that brightness a little, because I think we'll be able to see it right here. I'm going to get a poking device. So watch the tip of this oddly shaped switch. You see how it gets, you turn the light on just a little.
Yeah, give us a light and I'll drop the exposure on my end.
You see how this switch is kind of just ever so slightly catching on the side of this lane guide? You might be able to see it, how it's all blown out just right here. It starts getting really blown out here, and then it starts to mushroom over just a teeny bit.
Yeah, we can see that.
So what that is right, the ball has a certain, angle of attack it can achieve to hit this ball guide directly. And over 30 years, this will start to malform this ball guide right here. And what we end up having is, a not continuous straight line going to the tip of the flipper. And when this starts to get worn down from the ball repeatedly hitting it over and over and over again, it just causes the ball to hit the edge of the flipper and bounce a teeny bit instead of having just one straight continuous rolling path. And that is just, it's super common amongst 80s Williams games, as well as these early Data East games with these metal return lanes. So one thing I was mentioning, Cliff, and I know some other people do it, they have redesigned these things to actually poke out a teeny bit longer and increase the amount of, or decrease this little bit of space here, which helps the ball travel much smoother and cleaner at all times. Yeah, anyways, they work fine when they're not screwed up. Both sides are equally destroyed, but this side doesn't do it as bad as the other. We'll just have to live with it until we can get a real replacement.
No, I don't want to live with it. Obi said, can you try and remove and reset the lane guide?
Yeah, I could. You could, just really quick before we jump onto that one, the other side is also quite damaged. It is not as apparent. You don't notice it as much while you're playing. So, yes, when you do have a little bit of room, right? It's a number 6 screw that goes through these 2 spacers, and we will try doing that. If I loosen this up, I probably can move it, a teeny bit, the fractions of a millimeter. And that might make up for a little bit of that damage, but once you've exhausted that, adjustment threshold, you got to replace parts. But let's see what we can do. Actually, here.
So, Dubsenhauer, I like that name, says, what can be done about ball hop and games with the wire ball guides? Can't adjust the flippers themselves enough to make it go away. So that's what you're working on now, right?
Well, he's probably talking about Bally games that use wires a lot of the time. And what you would need to do there, generally they're bent. We'll talk about Bally in a second. Actually, I don't have any Bally games in here right now that have that style ball guide, do I? Yes, I do. Strikes and spares. Okay, we'll go over to strikes and spares in just a second. We're actually going to revisit strikes and spares next week, I think, for the show again to do some interesting bits. I can't get this thing to move. I don't think it's shifted at all.
And Nolan asked, can you swap sides and flip them over?
No.
That would be cool.
Sometimes, but not in this case. But the thing is it doesn't matter because the damage has been done, right? The ball has mushroomed it out equally on both sides. What I'm going to try to do is I will try to push this up with a bit of force, not tons because these are wood screws. We don't get a ton of torque. The thing is this might fix it for just a few moments, and then as soon as the ball continues to hammer, it will get forced back down. This is actually a really common thing too, and it's kind of funny on these Data East games with kickbacks. See how screwed up this is?
Oh.
That is that
Ooh.
problem, like, exacerbated and amplified 10,000 times. See how, like, lipped out that part is at the corner?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sheesh.
Crazy.
Well
Anyways,
played.
let's do a lamp test really quick. These Data East games are hilarious. They're ease adjust. It's like, well, Williams made it really complicated because they use 3 buttons, so we're just going to use 2. Whatever. The same thing. It's the same thing between these early games and the Williams games. To get them into test or adjustments, you will push the middle button down, right? We're putting it in reverse. Going forward, so we can see the 1-800-KICKERS number, which is still Stern's support number. Get it out of reverse to go forward, and then hit the step button again. Now we will start going through all of the test things. We have tech alerts, so that would be kind of like the credit dot on a Williams game. Like, hey, you got a switch that hasn't been hit in forever. You might want to look at it. Burn in. That's not what we want. Watch the display do its thing. Switch test. I'd like to watch the lamps go. And we're going to talk about my 2 favorite lamps right here. Can anyone, here, we're supposed to do trivia later, but how about this trivia? Can you put the handheld back on?
Yeah.
Anyone tell me what these 2 lights on the front of Data East games are for?
No, but I wish that was on my trivia.
Don't Google it. Trust y'all not to Google. If someone comes up with the right answer first, no. Doubt you.
Credit an extra ball, says Mr. Love.
Nope. First 3 guesses are the only 3 that count, because people are furiously Googling right now.
Crafty says must not Google.
All right, it seems like we only have one answer. Okay. These 2 lights.
What are those? Wait, before you say it, McSquid, what are those 2 lights for? Dun, 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 dun. What's the Jeopardy song? Dun, 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 dun. Player up?
Nope.
Homer's Jazz Feet lights. Ding, 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 ding.
Who said that?
Operator lights and a credit dot.
Colin is right.
Colin is right?
No.
Homer's Jazz Feet lights?
No. That second answer was pretty close. One of these lights is to indicate that there is a credit dot, right? There's an issue with the game. And the other one is to tell the operator that the game needs to be cleaned. There is...
Oh, what?
Yeah, go back to the small camera. I'm going to find it in the adjustments, actually. Data East, again, it's like these are things that Data East was trying to do to make people, or make these games like just more operator friendly, right? There's a setting in here that light will come on unless it's reset after X amount of games. So what they did was they would put it on, and if that light was on, it was like, oh, there's an indication there's been at least 500 games since it was last reset. You should clean the game. At least that was its intended, whatever word I'm looking for, purpose. So I think it's oh wait, yeah, it is an adjustment, right? Game cleaned, no. So you could come in here and adjust like, oh, did you clean the game? I did. There we go. So now that light would go out. But there is, I think, a adjustment in here, expand adjustments. This is something weird Data East makes you do. You need to say yes so you can continue going through the adjustments. I know that there's something in here.
How would you be able to turn that on to tell an operator to clean the game?
You don't. The game just tells you, right?
Oh, wow, cool. It's like the maintenance.
So that light will come on every 1,500 games. So if we played 1,500 games, that light would come on and say, hey, go clean it. So it's kind of neat. It's just a goofy thing. And they only did that for 10, 15 games, right? Not even, actually. I'm sorry, like 4 games. I know that. I know Checkpoint does it, so I think it was like just the mid-early games. I don't think like Torpedo Alley or Laser War had those lights, but there were a few in the early 90s that did. Anyways, let's go back to the adjustments really. For the buttons are super, super dirty. Oh, wait. No. Dang it. Missed it. Go backwards. Active, all lamps. Let's just look and make sure all the lamps work. Looks like everything's working. I've got a dead N. Great, I just had that out. These are all flash lamps, so those don't count. Those are a pain. I can't do it with the camera, but let's see if they're lazy lamps or not. Make sure all your lamps work. Pinball's way more fun if it can tell you what to do.
Definitely. Oh, Blue Continental says, I see Viking.
Viking.
I see Viking.
The best pinball game.
And Black Knight.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that out or get to these nicely. Let's see. I'll give myself a little bit of a challenge. I think there will be, we definitely do need to dial some more of this game in. I want to keep playing it. I want to know why that leftmost drop target in the center bank is being a jerk and not falling down. This is an operation that it actually might be easier if I did remove the back panel again. Instead of doing it by feel. It actually feels like it might be missing lights. You know what? We're not going to mess with that. We'll do that later. But at least most of these lights work. That's a good thing, right? This game does utilize something else nice. A lot of printed circuit boards. We've got 2 connectors on this circuit board. One of them is purple. One of them is yellow and reds. And if you are familiar, right, these are for the flash lamps, right? These are all driven with coil voltage, 20-something volts, and these are all driven with the 18 volts that most of the feature lamps are driven with. Right, all those lamps I said, oh, those are fine because they're all flash lamps. Those are all down here. We've got a ton of flashers in this game, which are run off of solenoid drivers instead of in the lamp matrix. So those we would have to test individually using the solenoid test menu, which we can go through if you'd want to see it, but I did see them working in the game. And a lot of the time, flash lamps, you don't have problems with them, unless they lock on, burn up, and you've got a shorted driver. But this is testing rows and columns of lamps, right? So we've got we're testing the red-brown string right now, which is Q72. That's the transistor on the board. So all of the lamps lit up right now, that M, that, those are all on one string of lights in the lamp matrix. Testing lamp columns. So now all of these lights that are lit up here on the same column. Oh, hey, forgot these things have flasher tests. That's great. So now the game is cycling through every single flasher. It does look like 1 or 2 of them could be out. It's always fun. I like light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love light shows.
Enough of it works right now. Let's just do a teeny bit more play testing. I really would like to find something that really sucks so we can do a little bit more fixing today. We might get really lucky. This game might actually just kind of be okay. I remember before we ripped it apart a year ago, it was okay. It just kind of sucked. Now it sucks less. All of those drop targets do work. The kickouts work. I don't think I got both poppers. That popper works. That popper works. Ah, hey, look, we've got a weird hang-up. Is there a divot back there? What's up with that? Is this thing supposed to have a rebound rubber? I had the ball. Which camera's on right now? Are you looking at my butt? That's the worst view of this whole thing. Or is it? Check this out. See if I can get it to do it again.
Oh, dang it. It's coming. Oh.
It's never gonna happen again. It was the one time only.
What was it doing?
I had the ball get stuck right back there behind the ball popper.
Oh, jeez.
Can't explain. Oh well. I did toss it back there. When you're throwing the ball around, don't always trust those tests. We want the flippers and the gravity to do its job. I'm just gonna play it for a minute. Is the camera still in place?
Oh yeah, we should do that. Crafty says pinball should come with a call Marco light. Our CSR team would love that. Let's install that mod immediately.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go talk to Stern. Maybe we could get it installed in the next software version. Hey Guido, if you're listening. I might want to adjust all those other pop bumpers just quickly, maybe not do it in...
The flasher and Marge hair is cool. I just saw it.
I kind of want the slingshots to be a little more active. The right one seems to be extra lazy. I also don't know if this is the right shooter spring on this game. It's awfully stiff. Whee! Oops. I guess I don't have to let the ball drain because I'm just trying to flap it around, but... Just shove the sock down there and... See, like that. I'm in control. I'm the captain now. We're just watching, right, to see... what I'm watching for is, like, is this the way that this thing was intended to be played, right? It's great that the slingshots are kind of lazy, right? I don't want the slingshots to be kicking the ball out left and right. But we want them to do their job. We want the game to include that random bit. We don't want it to be Twilight Zone, where if you never miss, you can't ever lose the game. See, those glances, that should give us some action, right? Those are pretty direct hits. It's not hitting them hard. Once they do get hit, they do volley pretty well, but that's not good, right? We really do want that to be, I want it to be a little more powerful. So let's take a look at that. I think I might be able to just rotate the slingshot plastic away so we can just kind of look.
Oh, cool.
I don't have to do it by feel, which is how I would normally do something like this, but for the sake of showing.
Yeah, that's the...
So a lot of the times, your slingshot switches are wired
it's magical.
in parallel. So what that would mean, I think, hold on. I shouldn't be talking about things I have to second guess on. But what it means is it's one switch, right? This is one input. The computer doesn't say, oh, top slingshot switch or bottom one. It's like, no, they're both the same. If either of these close, it will make the slingshot go. But since there are two switches, right? Because if the ball kind of glances down here, that will make it a little easier for this switch to close, which in turn will start the magic that is slingshots. But you can see here that there actually is quite a large...
Can you tilt down a little bit?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, a reverse. Yeah. That's good.
I'm going to try... No, I need to get a better, like, top-down view.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So you can see there's actually like a pretty massive gap here. So
Looks better.
when we, there isn't a lot of room here for a small glance to cause action. Let's rectify that. One thing you can do with new rubbers are very tight, and depending on how you did stretch the rubber around the posts, you could have like a looser side. So sometimes you can actually, one thing I'll do is I'll try to pull the rubber around to the front a little bit, and that'll allow this to be a little more stretchy. You'll end up having it a much tighter back here, but having it being a little looser here will allow for little more flex and deflection, right? So now I'm going to take, this actually I will just do with my finger, or I will use the bottom of the tool to close the gap. And then I like to use these things to open the gaps and use that to be the precise adjustment. Sometimes you will have to make that adjustment from the bottom as well. Again, do this with the power off, especially if you're going from underneath. Putting solenoid voltage to the switch matrix is bad. I'm going to use the tool to give myself a little leverage. It might not work. We might actually need to bend it the way it's supposed to be. Okay, looks like we're going to have to do this from the bottom. Fine. It's just going to make it harder to show camera.
No, you will find a way.
You sure?
Yes.
You demand it?
We request it gracefully. Real Pinball says, don't forget to show the wire ball return adjustment on Bally games. Winky face.
Oh, yeah, okay. Remind me to do that in a minute. Here, we're going to use, let's do the above playfield camera in one screen, maybe the small screen, and then we'll use the other camera, the handheld one and the big one. This thing's kind of, the camera mount is loose, so it's wanting to like rotate.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't listen to direction. Wait, what?
Why are people quoting me? Hold on, I'm reading now. Doing things the right way is the fastest way. Kyle, it can be.
Oh, that's screen cam? Oh, weird.
Since I am lazy, then everyone says, you're not lazy. Don't say lazy. That's demeaning. You know, I'm just kind of lazy.
You're a lazy pop bumper.
That's right. So let's work on the back one. Oh, see what I mean here, though, right? We've got we've got our white wire here going to the unbanded end of the diode. We've got our green wire here.
Wait. Tilt up a little bit. We can't see what you're pointing at. Okay, we can see now.
You see how you've just got jumper wires that go between what essentially is the white wire to here and the green wire to here. I'm going to try to bring upper pop bumper switch in. I need my... One thing about fresh switch adjuster tool, never blown out enough to use on old switches. Get my old trusty here. We're going to try to adjust this guy closed a little bit. So I'm going to try to work from the other side like this.
Yeah, I think tilt the actual webcam might help instead of lifting it up. I mean, that works too, but like that, the head on the webcam can like move back and forth.
What?
Might be easier for you.
Holding it. I don't know what you're talking. I'm so confused. So we can see it on top now, right? You see that inner switch where it's getting closer. Now it's basically touching.
No, we can't see what you're looking at.
I'll go to the other camera then. Use the swap positions maybe.
We can see it right there. Hold on. If it would just focus. Okay. We see you grabbing the switch.
I do think you should swap cameras though, actually. I think the more important shot is on the other camera.
Okay, cool.
But it's also not in the right spot right now. Up, swaying. Okay, so I'm going to put my switch adjuster back on the upper switch, the bottom of the camera. See how it's moving a teeny bit?
Yeah, okay.
Right? So I'm looking at that now, and we've got a bit of a gap. Not a huge gap, but we have enough gap. I'm not sure how much that is, but that's what we're looking for, right? Because now if we get a little bit of a glance, it's the amount necessary to close that switch is so much smaller. Now, there is a fine line, again, like I was saying with pop bumpers. You adjust them too close, they might be erroneously set off by another vibrating device on the game. And the common thing you'll see with slingshots is a machine gunning slingshot, where the plunger will actuate. It'll do its job, and then as the plunger lets go, which is not a graceful thing like this, right? It goes like that. And that bit of vibration will cause the switch to close again, which will cause the plunger to go again, and it just never stops until the coil melts or something like that. So it's a machine gun. So we want to avoid, we have to adjust them so they're close enough for good action, but not close enough for the machine gun effect to happen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Try to get this. This is something you kind of can do by feel, but it is nice to really adjust it well by actually looking. This is something you definitely need to do when you change rubbers a lot of the time, because usually the old rubber that you've taken off is lost its elasticity, and you'll usually have to adjust the slingshots as the rubber gets older. So now this should be pretty good. Let's test it, and then I will rinse repeat for the other side.
Thank you, Patrick.
Is this flipper bushing actually broken? Did we not catch a broken one? Maybe it just has too much free play. Huh. Hey, whatever.
Yeah. That's kind of a cool shot.
Turn the game on and see what we got. Oh. It wants balls. Bend this up a little more so it doesn't get hit, but look at that. Just the slightest glance now will send the ball flying. And to me, I like that. That's the way the game should play. It's frustrating, but it's supposed to be.
Slingshots are not your friends, usually.
So I like that. I'm cool with that. I want to do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna hit a switch so we don't get the ball search. Again.
Ooh. The little triangles of death. Nice.
They really are. Oh yeah, look at that one. That one sucks.
Oh, zoom us in.
It's gonna be hard to see. And it's kind of bright.
Ooh. Yeah, turn that light down. Cool.
Look at that one. It's huge.
Oh, wait.
Largest of gaps. So I noticed that this one had a little bit of play, right? Like it was good, but it wasn't good up here, and that's why. You've got a humongo gap up here and a decent one down on the bottom. I can also see that the rubber is not, it doesn't have its loose bit over here. See how thick the rubber is right here? And you see how skinny it is right there? Maybe I'm making that up, but it's definitely tighter on the long end than it is here.
Yes.
We can stretch it out.
I can see that.
Bring that around.
Cool.
Give it a little bit more looseness. And now it's a lot thinner over back here, which is okay. And it's a little looser here, and that's just better action. This also bugs me. I like to get the equator of the rubber to sit even so it's not twisted. Badly twisted rubber, and again, you have to be doing it really poorly to get it twisted that bad. Can like sling off of slingshots, but this is not. Anyways, let me adjust that one. I'm not going to set up fancy cameras, but we can kind of move over to the Bally thing too in a second. I need to not trip on that wire. That'd be funny, but.
Right in the face.
What?
Well, I guess we can kind of see what you're doing. I was just looking for a shot. It's either your back.
Don't look at my back.
An extreme close-up of Lisa, or this kind of abstract artsy side shot.
Extreme close-up of Lisa. Let's see if that sucks. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, sorry, these cameras aren't actually. Hey, hit the overhead camera.
Yeah.
Oop. Keeps happening. There we go. The slight glance will give us some great slingshot action. I like that. That makes me happy. Those are the little tuning things that just make games so much more fun to play when they're tuned right. For that kind of intense action. We want the excitement of pinball. Pop bumpers and slingshots really add to the.
Nice.
Nice. Cool and nice. So, yeah, I think that's pretty good. What? No, we're good. When we punch the playfield, right, when I'm pounding on it, this is also a way where we're looking for switches that are adjusted a little bit too close. And what I'm looking for right now is for erroneous points. I have not gained any points through my pounding on the playfield, so that means all of those switches are okay. It also, playing a game and really knowing a game, listening for audio cues, that's another way to really know if you've got everything done well. If you know you hit a ramp and it's supposed to make a certain noise when you enter the ramp, but it's giving you points for when you exit, hey, maybe you need to take a look at your, the one switch on the ramp or something like that. I'll turn the audio on this thing, maybe towards the end, but for now, I just kind of want to, again, keep popping it around. I want to see the ball. I want to see it screw up, right? At this point in the process, after you've put a game back together, you've kind of confirmed that everything is sort of working the way it should. What you're trying to do now is break the game. You want to find those problems so you can go in and address them, because there's nothing worse than being like, all right, I'm done. You put the glass back on and then, oh crap, there's more stuff to fix. I haven't been able to hit that back up kicker shot. But again, that's mostly due to my ability, not because the game. Cheat. There goes. Got a brick. Whee! That's a satisfying shot. Hey, look at that. We got a stuck ball.
Where'd it go? I missed it.
Handheld, please.
Handheld.
So this.
Oh no! What is that?
These, this wouldn't have happened if the plastic that's supposed to be here was in place. You see these three holes here?
He's scared.
Those three holes are for, there's a plastic that mounts right here to keep the ball from getting stuck right there. So I'm not worried about that one, because that one, if I had it all put together the correct way, wouldn't be a problem. I think otherwise, I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm sure that, again, there's a lot of testing to do. I like to play test games a lot before we actually call it done and call the customer and tell them to come pick it up. But I don't think this one's going to have cause a lot of problems. And I'm thinking what we might need to do, Steve, is play this game on live stream mode.
Yeah.
There's no better way to break a pinball machine than to put it live on the internet. Okay, let's look at another, actually, hold on. Does anyone have any questions? We've covered a lot of crap.
Yeah, you covered a lot of nice little tips and tricks of getting your game nicely running. If anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat.
Man, Data East did so many cool things, though. Like, someone programmed the GI relay to click and clack as the match sequence is going down. It doesn't do anything other than just add a fun effect. So neat. This is a fun game. It's a bad game when it comes to rules, but it's a fun game to play. Nah, I can't do it. Huh. Hey, I'll do Thirsty Thursday tonight. It's almost as much as you will, but I got a lot of stuff to do at home. Good, no one has any questions, so let's just move. Let's look at strikes and spares really quick.
Yeah, field trip. Thank you, Crafty Vampire.
Throw a bunch of lights on.
What will I play on Dead Flip tomorrow? Hey, how do you know where I'm going to be tomorrow? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I just don't know. Martin wants to know what kind of beer you have. Jack said so. Spoiler alert. Jeez, I was going to bang on the door like a cop and scare him.
This lockdown bar sucks. I need to clean it. Did I open it?
Now I have to show up.
I want to go to Chicago and play pinball with Jack.
Okay.
We can put the cameras really, really high.
You are holding me accountable. Otherwise, I would have just gone back to my hotel room and played VR.
I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to buy a VR headset. It'll happen.
I know. Join us.
Join you. What kind of beer? Someone asked about beer. I'll probably be drinking a Yingling soon. What time is it? Oh, it's 4:30. Oh, very soon.
Yeah, it's good timing.
Bally games. A lot of older Bally games used these wonderfully annoying ball guides, wire form ball guides like this.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Because you're so far away. There you go. Cool.
What happens when these things are happy? It's hard. What usually happens is, common thing with these ball guides is they'll snap just below the playfield from constant, projectile damage. And that will cause them to, these things are stuck in almost all the way through the playfield. The playfield's about a ½ inch thick, and they'll usually break, an 1/8 of an inch or so beneath the surface here. And what happens is, since it doesn't have that long stake all the way through the playfield anymore, it's very easy for it to start getting cockeyed, and that's when they start to hop. The only way to really fix that is to replace the ball guide. There's not much else you can do. These things are easy to bend. You can get the wire bending kit from us, or just get the correct size stock. I don't remember how thick this one is. And then use a pair of needle nose pliers, or put like some soft jaws on your vise and get the bends correct. Buy a lot, because you will screw up 3 of them before you make one good one. These things are, the way that these are cut, I think they are cut with, think about a round stock, right? They do pound them flat at one point in the bottom, and it turns it into like a bit of a knife. And what that does is help kind of stabilize it as it gets driven in. So when I do reproduce these, I will get a hammer on an anvil and just pound a little flat spot to turn it into like a spade, which also helps drive them in nice and straight. When they break, you do have to pound out the old bit So get a small punch or use, some fresh wire stock to pound it all the way through so you can then get another nice long stab at it. That's really it. When it comes to newer games, or if you do what Gottlieb did, you just don't put any dang ball guides in at all. Hell with it. No. When it comes to newer games, like let's look at Indy 500. These plastic lane guides on these games are a lot more durable. They don't shatter. They can't malform. When they do malform, it's usually them shattering, and then you just replace them. This is what most modern games use, right? Like Stern, for the most part, has like a super standard cut and paste bottom end of a game, right? They call it like the Italian bottom. And like lots of these parts are generic, used between like every game. So, yeah. Anyways.
Doobson Hauer asked, is it possible for the holes that were never lined up right, so it will never be straight?
Yeah, that is possible. If that is the case, then you will need to fill the holes and be very, very careful in drilling new ones. But for the most part, that's not the case. I've never noticed that on any game. Okay, actually, no, I take that back. I bought... Chris and I got a new old stock Wildfire playfield, an old Stern game. And I'm going to lift the playfield up really quick. We got a new old stock Wildfire playfield, and that game was, the playfield was never installed in the game because it had the dimples mispunched in the top of the playfield. So the games, they'll have dimples. There's a big, once the playfield is done, there's the last like press, after it's screened and cleared and everything, there's a big press that'll come down and make little holes. Teeny little start holes to where every single screw should go. So it's much easier to screw these things together. And this thing was misaligned, so all of the holes were over a teeny bit. So if someone did a poor playfield swap, or if someone at the factory was being lazy or something, you could have something misadjusted.
Had a bad day.
But I've never ever seen that. What we're going to work on next week is we're going to work with chimes. I think that'll be really fun. To show like a Bally chime box rebuild. We've got Strikes and Spares has 4 chimes. So we will go through and redo everything. I just got these chime bars cut and remade. So we are going to put them in the game and hope they don't sound like crap. And if they don't, hey, we're good. So we'll work on that. And then I think the next thing we'll do is we'll put a new leg plate into Indy 500. That's going to be fun. It's going to be hard to shoot because it is in the back left. That needs the new leg plate, so it'll be dark, but we'll figure it out. And if we have enough time, I was even thinking we could replace the side rails, or we'll save that for another episode. But those are all things that I think would be fun to show people how to do. I'm mostly just excited to do this. Actually, hey, for giggles, I think this game's still plugged in. When you turn one of these games on, they it plays the chime beat that. Let's watch all the plungers fly.
Oh, okay.
And see if they fly out. I'll try to catch them if they do.
Oh my gosh. I wish I was shooting this in slow-mo. Whoa.
They didn't fly out, but they did do something. Could you see that?
Yeah, it's like that gopher game. You have to hit them with a hammer.
Yeah. I was expecting them to fly out. Huh. Well, there you go. Not something everyone gets.
Why would they fly out? Because they're broken? And that's what we're fixing?
No. It's just the coils don't get turned on long enough, and they're not powerful enough to send them flying. Nancy says do it again. Okay. Hey, the boss says to do it again. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Whack-a-mole, yeah.
Can you see both of the units right now?
Emoto. Yeah, have them fly right at the camera. That sounds like a great idea. Lazy plungers.
I think that's why pinball really is satisfying to our dumb monkey brains, because things move and it's comical. Anyways, I am excited to get this dumb game all the way back together. The only reason I haven't finished it is because the chimes aren't done. I have new back glass for it at the office. I need to buy it still, but get a new back glass in there, put the plastics back on. I accidentally beheaded the guy in the back when I tilted the playfield down. Here's a pro tip. With your Bally games, be very careful dragging the playfield along the rails inside. These plastics overshoot the back of the playfield a little bit, and if you tilt it up wrong, you'll snap the corners. It's really common on old Bally games to have broken corners in the back of the plastics. Pro tip.
Nice.
Carry some super glue in your toolbox, so when you do it on a customer's game, you can pretend like it never happened. I have to find a better lockdown bar for this game. I have a few Bally lock bars from games I've parted out. This one's really rough. Maybe I'll just hit it with some purple steel wool gently and see if I can nicify it. Yeah, I think I've done enough. I've talked too much. I think it's time to enjoy a beverage and maybe sit down at the desk.
Yeah, let's do Q&A, but while we're doing a Q&A, I want to queue up this little mini fun Simpsons quiz.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going blank. I'm like, what camera do I need? Oh, we can't use blue cam because of something. So, yeah. Thank you, Kyle.
From Jen?
Oh, yeah. He's got the 3 o'clock shadow, y'all.
Really? I shaved just a few days ago. Ooh, it's dark back here.
All right, so here's my new experiment, everyone. Since we do multi-streaming with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I wanted to run an online quiz and see how it worked. Twitch has all these awesome features where you can just use a plug-in and get it to run through Twitch. But then everyone on Facebook and YouTube can't play, and it's not fun. Although it's another reason for you to join us on Twitch.
Yeah, we all threatened to not be on Twitch anymore.
My workaround is I got this free quiz maker that you guys can use your phones or a website to log into the quiz. It said I joined already. So I'm going to put the link in the chat somewhere.
I forgot that stars had 4 chimes.
John, I'll let everyone queue up.
What?
Everyone
I don't know anything about The Simpsons. Then play?
Yeah, you can play. You don't know the answers. Actually,
I'm better at pinball trivia.
You would probably know the answer to.
Did you know that only solid-state pinball machines
Simpsons
had 4
quiz.
chimes? The EMs didn't.
Did that
Even
go
when
through?
they made
No,
a
that
solid-state
didn't go through.
and a EM version of the same game, only the solid-state one had the 4th chime.
Okay, so if you go to slido.com, and at the top it will say enter your room number. It's 1337, naturally.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to... Oh, God.
Joining as a participant. Enter code here. You could type in 1337, or you could hit that hot link that I just sent there. You could go on your phone or a web browser. Oh, Midge is in here. Pin Daddy's in here. Crafty Vampire's in here. Awesome.
I'm getting a
It's
Zaxby's
working.
ad because I've
Let's
said
get some more
yesterday I've never
people
been to
in.
Zaxby's. Hey, can you send that again?
Yep, I will repost it.
It's so weird.
So you
I can
go
see
to
myself.
slido.com, SLIDO.com, and type in 1337, or you can hit this link right here.
Bam. Firm.
Let's see. Oh, wow, look. We got Mike in here. We got Obi, Wildman, Carl.
Carl. Join the quiz. What's my name going to be? It wanted to autofill my credit card number into that field.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take everyone's credit card numbers too while we're here.
So we can buy everyone their own pinball parts.
I'm gonna try to play this on here too, so you guys can see the quiz. This is all experimental. Thank you all for humoring us. Let's see. No, that's not it.
How about fun. Using Kyle? Nah. I was trying to tell Emoto that I wanted to take my last name off of all the promotional stuff to give myself the slightest air of anonymity, but we decided...
We should just make it Kyle S, so it's Kyle's.
Kyle's.
I want to fix this real quick. Pomposity. Is there a prize? Oh, yeah, of course. And there is a prize. Whoever wins this quiz will get a magical Duff pinball. Kyle, did you bring the Duff pinball, Kyle?
Nope.
To show everyone?
No, I
how
failed.
Magical it is?
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. This guy.
I'm the worst.
Soundtrack.
Brett's like, oh, okay, we got this. Yeah, I gotta wash my hands. They're
Everyone's
all gross
joining
and pinball.
in. We got 18 in here. Anyone else want to join in? Go to slido.com, type in 1337, or you can hit the link in the chat box, or go to slido.com and enter 1337. As soon as Kyle is done with his potty break, we will start. It's a short quiz, y'all. If this works, then I want to make some more fun ones, and I will get the paid version so I can add other types of questions. Let's see if this works.
All right, I have clean hands
So
again.
you'll get a prize. You'll get a Duff ball to put in whatever game you want, or to sit on your desk and roll around.
What if
you can use it like a fidget while you're at work. Oh, Rhett's in here as Jehester. Yeah, no, the prize is free shipping on orders over $99, and you're all winners. Congratulations. I'm in here twice. I don't know why. Bat out of hell by me love. All right. Do we have everyone that's going to play, wanting to play? Last chance.
Maybe. Let's do it. Come on.
All right. I don't see Mr. Baxter in here, or
well,
Crystal, or Nolan. Nolan, you're not. Oh, Nolan's here. I see you.
I just got a notification. My Roomba is full.
Kevin just joined. Anyone? The prize is a new game? No. So we're going to do a quick little quiz. Join the quiz. Click the link to join the quiz. Enter your name. Oh, Jackrabbit is Carl. Gotcha.
We need to have all sorts of quizzes now.
Or slido.com and enter 1337. Get in the queue. Yeah, I can do real quizzes. So we did this quiz on our offsite a few months ago, and I thought it was really fun. So I was like, let's integrate that into our show somehow. So the prize is a Duff pinball. That's super exciting.
With a real can of Duff. We can't ship alcohol. We probably get sent to
and court. If there's a tie, then I will open up my random giveaway wheel and we will auto select the winner. So just saying, I have a plan for that. That just came to my head. Thank you, Midge. You put in the Duff pinball thing there. All right, we got 23 playing. Oh, Jogger got in. Jim's in. 808. Nice. All right, should we start it?
Yes. Wait,
okay.
My phone just made it go away. Hold on. I feel like such a boomer sometimes. My phone made it go away.
Everyone get ready, too, because I put a time limit on this, so it's 20 seconds.
Oh, crap.
20 seconds too short. Too fast. Too long.
No, that's good.
Let's start it. All right, I'm starting.
Oh.
First question. Which character is featured on Oh, which character is not featured on the back glass of the Data East The Simpsons?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, it's so intense. And the answer is...
What's the answer?
Oh, well, this is weird.
Wait, did you turn this into a poll?
Oh, wait, those are the results. So a lot of people said Selma. That is incorrect. The correct answer is...
Oh!
Mayor Quimby. That was good, right? I was like, what?
Oops, I just closed.
It says you didn't vote. Ignore that part. Okay, next question. True or false? The Simpsons is the first Data East pinball featuring a dot matrix display. Oh, look, you can't see me anymore. What'd I do?
Well, you know all the answers, so if you put...
I'm not actually... I'm not playing.
I'm gonna say, this is rigged.
Rigged.
What if Jimmy wins?
All right,
He's
let's
just
see what
sitting
everyone
there.
says. Oh, everyone says false. Who knows what the first Data East dot matrix display game was?
I do!
Yep, checkpoint.
Steve does.
Oh, DeWisp. I think I have it copy and paste. Go to Sadu and enter 1337. Maybe you can still join in. The correct answer was false because it was checkpoint. Batman. All right, let's go to the next question.
I like this.
What's the first name of the headless statue on the back glass of the Data East The Simpsons?
Oh gosh, it's I think I know this one.
Zachariah, Quimby, Jebediah, Jefferson.
I haven't watched enough Simpsons to know all this, but I think I know that one.
Oh, let's see what everyone said. Everyone almost unanimously knew about Jebediah Springfield.
And we're right?
You're right. I don't know how this is going to calculate in the end. We'll see. Nice. Yeah, DeWisp, I made the stream interactive all of a sudden, so sorry. And thanks for playing. Sorry to miss it. All right. What year did Stern release The Simpsons Pinball Party? The Simpsons Pinball Party by Stern Pinball. What year was that?
They made that game almost longer than any other game I think they've ever made.
Oh, yeah?
They made it so
See
long
what
that there's
everyone
two
guessed?
different coin
Voting
doors.
is closed. See, it's like a poll, but it's not. Oh, so many people. Half of them said 2003, 52% said 2003, and the answer is 2003. Good job.
Did you get that right, Steve? Oh!
Oh, dang. No death ball for you, probably. All right, next question. Which character in The Simpsons has 5 fingers? Moe, Principal Skinner, Krusty, Jesus.
Jesus.
What's up, Phils? We're doing a Simpsons trivia quiz.
Hey, Phil. I'm sad that I didn't get to see you when you came by yesterday.
Oh, wow. Dang, everyone was guessing all over the place, huh? Well, the correct answer is Jesus. Jesus and God are the only characters with 5 fingers. Everyone else in the Simpsons lore has only 4 little stubbies.
Dang. Yeah, right? Huh.
All right. What type of treat is Homer collecting from the Quickie Mart in the Data East The Simpsons? If you're paying attention to the stream, Kyle showed it a lot today.
No one's paying attention. They're just trying...
Lobster, Pinchy. No.
People just watch this stream to see how handsome I am.
Donuts. But it was a trick question because the correct answer is ice cream. He's collecting chocolate ice cream. It's on the left spot targets. Kyle has to look to see. He was like, oh, I got that wrong too.
No. I got it right.
Were you the 5% that got it right?
No.
I hate this quiz.
Yeah, I do
Sorry,
too.
no.
It's a terrible quiz. Gosh.
Someone's gonna like it, whoever won. Which of these are not a Duff beer? See, I made this one for Colin Baxter. Duff, Duff Ultra Light, Duff Light, or Duff Dry, which is not an official Duff beer.
I think I got that wrong, but I kind of got it wrong on purpose.
What did you guys say? Oh, almost half of you guessed Duff Ultra Light, and that is correct.
Oh!
Come on, Midge.
Hate this quiz.
All right, moving on. We're almost done. How many snowballs did The Simpsons have? Do you remember what snowball is?
Yes, I think so, but I'm voting for the answer that makes me laugh. Like voting in political election.
Snowball is their cat. And there is Snowball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snowballs.
Wow.
And they always named them Snowball the first, Snowball the second. Cat died a lot.
Steve might
but
win.
In our hearts, there could be only one Snowball.
Steve might win.
Moving on. What sound does Principal Skinner make when you hit his face drop target? Is it ow, ow, ow? Or boing?
Hey, Emoto, so when we start doing pinball shows again, can this just be our thing? Can we just make dumb quizzes? I mean, not that this is dumb, this is great, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
All right. Everyone, almost half of you got it right. Everyone else says ow when you hit them. They're like, ow. But then, for whatever reason, Principal Skinner just makes a boing sound. Who came up with these questions? Me during the show. All right. Who was the lead designer for Stern's The Simpsons Pinball Party? See, I didn't do this one because it says there right next to me.
Why is it The Simpsons Pinball Party, though? Aren't we talking about The Simpsons?
Because I had to mix it up. It was a trick question to see if you were paying attention and reading fast enough.
Oh. I am good at reading.
And a lot of people decided to choose the one sitting right next to me for The Simpsons Data East. But we were asking about the Stern one, and the lead designer is Joe Balser. With Keith Johnson, who also did the software.
Yeah.
I know, Keith Johnson, though, I know. But if I put both of them, then you would know that was the right answer.
I want to buy a Wheel of Fortune so I can convince Keith Johnson to finish the code.
Yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end. How many donuts are on the playfield of the Data East Simpsons? Ooh, let's see if Kyle can count. Kyle, you got 14, 13 seconds. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Shit, my phone went up.
5, 4, 3,
there it goes.
2, 1. Is he going to get it right? Ooh, mixed reviews. Kyle, which one did you guess?
11.
Good job, because there was 11.
Ha! Well, I counted 10, but I figured 11 was closer to 10 than not.
There's one little tiny one up there. I should have put 10 as an option.
Ha ha ha. I'm in the competition.
Yeah, I know, he's cheating. It's okay, you got so many of the other ones wrong.
This is my stream. I can do what I want.
All right, we're going. What is Kyle's favorite song in The Simpsons? The intro theme, the Itchy and Scratchy show tune, the monorail theme, or Krusty's intro?
I know this one. Come on. Let's see if I know myself.
How well do you know Kyle S?
That can be our cool more cheating.
Dang. Maybe we should keep your last name on the title.
It's okay. Nobody really does know me. I'm an enigma.
No, Kyle's not going to win. It's okay.
No, I'm not going to win.
The correct answer is monorail theme.
Monorail. 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 It's so good.
It back.
It's so good.
Oh, wait. That's not it.
So who won?
That's weird. Okay, wait. Last question, I think.
That was the last one.
That was the last one. And the winner is Obi.
Hey!
Kenobi. Wait,
I got...
how is it? It doesn't show.
Wait, I got 4th? How did I get...
Hold on, wait. I gotta
Good
show...
job.
Oh, no.
How did I get
Hold
4th?
All right. You guys have to just trust me on this. I see it on my end. How do I share this?
I got
Obi
1...
got 9 correct. Second place was tied with Midge and Pin Daddy.
Ooh!
Third place was Mike, Kunzelman, Crafty Vampire, and Kyle. 5th place was Nolan, Chester, Wildman, Russ, and it goes down from there.
Dang. Hey, good job. That was actually really
Good job,
awesome.
everyone.
Thank you, Emoto. That was great.
That was fun. Did you guys have fun, or was it just me? Don, you just missed our Simpsons quiz. But hello, welcome to our show. Welcome to the end of our show, in fact. So the winner is Obi. Drunk Kenobi. So congratulations, you get your very own Duff Ball. So Obi, send me an email at marcotv@marcopinball.com with your shipping address, and we'll send you a nice ball.
Yeah.
Not
I'll send you
polka
some
dot
goodies.
ball.
I'm excited
look,
that you won.
It might show in the rotation. That's the nuclear ball, but we have this really cool Duff Ball too. So yay, congrats, Obi.
Good
I
job.
Go right in there.
You rule. The bomb. Hey, Emoto.
I had fun. I don't know about y'all.
Wait. I very much enjoy having our own little Marco Discord. It's actually been quite fun. For many reasons. So if that interests you, please join. But I did post this awful... I actually do the... can you do my camera really quick here?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm doing
cameras.
some pin score engineering, and I got to do something really fun where I soldered regular resistors onto a surface mount resistor pad.
Whoa.
It's ridiculous.
What the? That looks like a spider.
It looks like an absolute mess, but it worked. Yeah, this is what all your pin scores are going to look like from now on. So get ready for this high quality.
Yeah, Nolan says haunting.
So I feel like I don't have it anymore because I don't do all this stuff all the time. But when I did that, man, that was a rush. It's like, yeah, I still got this. I can do it. And it was fun. So.
All right, I'm gonna drop in another Discord invite for y'all, so you can come join us for after hours.
What do you say?
We're all on Discord.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
People ask questions when they get stuck on repairs, and a few other things.
Yeah, Discord's fun. We talk about beer. We talk about
yourself?
cats. I post pictures of my garden because I'm pretty obsessed with plants. Other people do other similar things. It's pretty fun. I've been using Discord a lot more
I'm
lately.
dropping it right now. That should be fresh.
M. Kunzelman is totally right, though. You do lose points if you don't make all the resistor color bands face the same way. But this was a exercise in all sorts of disciplines that I'm lacking right now. Patience,
Emotion.
finesse.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Oh, Don, Kyle, your hair. Yes, I cut my hair. And you know what? I do miss having long hair, but oh my God, was it horrifying. Every time I go back to look at like the old the PinTech videos, I'm like, ugh, who is that guy? Oh God, that's me.
I like it.
Wildman used to have the colors memorized. I absolutely have never done that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Which one? No, I don't know that.
Well, we didn't have many questions or beer talk today, but there's always next week, everybody.
You want to go.
Week, we are going to do chimes on strikes and spares, right?
Yeah, amongst other things. That's going to take like 20 minutes, so we'll have to find some more stuff to do. I set up my hotline, and the hotline is just like, it's so depressing with all that wood filler in the shooter lane. But I started chipping it away, and I think it's bad. So I'm very anxious to see what's underneath that wood putty. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll work on that on the show one day.
Week. We'll see.
We got to do more EMs because EMs are the best.
Yes. And then one day we'll have Mr. Valansky on here to do a nice EM episode with him too, since he is a master technician in the realm of the EM. And I haven't given a shout out to them in a while, but if you guys are learning more about EMs and want to learn more, you should join the EM repair workshop that is hosted by Fun with Pinball. They do it a few times a month. I'm going to post a link in the chat right now, if I can get to it. The EM online repair clinics. It's super cool. If you have a game that needs to be fixed, you can sign up for that, and these coaches will look at your game over webcams that you set up and help you service it. Or you can just go in like I do and just sit and participate and watch and learn.
Yes, says maybe the 10K is under the
much
wood
like
putty.
a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Definitely.
Yeah, but they're fun.
Reese says, I'll try Discord, but again, wants email addresses.
You could make a fake Gmail address, or another email address just to send all your spammy stuff to.
And Dawn, and for everyone else, don't forget about our 24-hour free domestic shipping for orders over $99 and $10 off international shipping for orders over $99. Use code PT-Duffman. Make sure it's in all caps, and it lasts until tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Officially.
But if you ask and nice enough, we'll make it go long. No, we won't.
Awesome. Thank you, Namco, for the shout out. He said, shout out for Marco for helping restore Xenon. Bought an MPU and restored my solenoid board myself while watching the bulletproofing your solenoid board video.
Rad.
Yay.
Wait, so after you were done listening to me blabble for 2 hours, it fixed it for you? You actually did something with my blabbling? Good job.
Yay. Thank you, DeWisp. Sorry you missed the quiz. Next time we'll get you in there, buddy. But thanks, everyone, for a great show. We are going to, for everyone on Twitch, let's go raid someone. Let's go raid. Do we want to raid Laserlos or Mystery Pinball Theater 3000?
Yeah, what's Manu playing?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Do we want to watch Swords of Fury or Beatles?
Swords of Fury. Laserlos. Lion Man.
Lion Man.
May Lion Man be with you.
Guy to come in here and scream Lion Man.
And also with you.
Laser.
I miss Swords of Fury.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for joining.
We will see you next week. Or in the Discord. Join us in Discord. Then we'll see you every day.
Lion Man.
Lion Man. All right, let's go check it out. Bye, everybody. We're raiding. We're raiding. Throwing one of these guys.
Or go for the tunnel. Go for the tunnel.
Oh, wait. Hey.